Nouns have been playing against better opponents, but who's to say how it could go? V2 starting off.
Yeah, he started. He said, "How are you?" And Lal said, "Good." And V2 said, "Me very fine." Good.
And I think they said, what was it? Snowman said, "Good luck, amigos," which is nice as well. See how it ends up going for them. Noun sitting up on a high ground, waiting for somebody to step a bit too far forward.
Just a little bit. I guess, I mean, that ban comes back to the Moo Witch Doctor. Has he tried the Witch Doctor in pubs lately, I wonder? Is that what they were thinking? Because Moo was one of the players who was trying to make the Witch Doctor work. Maybe they were really onto something there.
Definitely a possibility.
Let's see, I see 2 matches, and he won both of them recently in his pub. So there you go. Nice. He has been running his off-lane Witch Doctor.
Well, let's see how this game unfolds since they banned out the terror that is the Witch Doctor. Stonebank gonna play down bottom here with Stolman, and looks like 2 apiece on the bounty runes. You know, sometimes in these beginning games, people are nice and friendly. They did a little bit of that at the beginning, but there's like an air of tension, I feel like, going on underneath the surface. A couple of voice lines here and there, but let's see if they everybody's keeping up 100%, or if there's any of those like early game potential worries.
I better see party hats on First Blood. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Some early pressure back there. Dendi going to try and get himself some early advantage in this CS with that Quelling Blade. Invoker going to eventually get into a better position, being able to dispel that Flame Guard with Tornado and everything.
Well, I know that when I've been opening up pubs, I have seen a lot of Mootide. Definitely feels comfortable on the hero. It's his most played hero recently in pubs. And we're probably expecting the Meteor Hammer build. Every time I tune in, it's Meteor Hammer. I'm looking through his games now. They all start with Meteor Hammer. So he's not mixing up the formula here, I'm pretty sure. Just wants to knock this tower down. Take it away from the Gyrocopter. Decrease his speed at which he can farm. Try and take away some of this space inside of the game.
Ooh. Kadaro getting a bit far forward there. And you can see Lelis pressuring. Yeah, I think the Meteor Hammer definitely feels like the go-to play if you can get that aggressive going.
That was so unfortunate because Vijay had pulled the creeps under the tower at the same time. So the tower was targeting the creeps because Kadaro was doing all of that spacing to try and get free hits onto Lelis. And look at Lelis. Look at what a play. Oh,
dude,
no.
They juked, though.
No,
they juked Kadaro. Although, no, they're not going to go for it. They did have a little bit of time still until the glyph was going to be up and ready to go. So can't dive under tower with that one.
Man, that was looking kind of free, to be honest. Missed it on that one. Hurts. Nice jukes there from Kadaro. And going with the early sidekick, too. Not going to be scared by this Clockwork and Tide into going for like an early point in the rebound or something. He really wants to ensure that his Gyrocopter is going to have a little bit of extra sustain, saving some cash with the regen. But down bottom, we got TB and Grimstroke. Why are these two together? This isn't something we see too often. Why do we have a Grimstroke in this game, Lyrical?
I mean, I'm not entirely sure with the exception of the Soulbind. That part's pretty nice. You do have, oh, wait a minute. Kadaro up top, he's going to be fine. There is also the new element with the changes to Inkswell and having that like hard dispel available at any point. That also, I think, could be pretty nice to just like, I mean, even taking off Corrosive Haze eventually, things like that.
Or for a Terrorblade to like save for a Sunder. That could be huge.
That's true too. Definitely. So yeah, it's like a pseudo save and then like good wave clear. Oh, maybe Yamson's just feeling it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I'm curious if he's gonna try and go for the Aghanims because we have seen a lot of people going for it.
Yeah.
It's like okay against the Gyrocopter, but does miss some things with it as Hector steps forward, trying to bring down Stolman. A couple more hits. First blood taken by Yamson.
Oh, I thought it went to Hector. Honestly, I usually like it more on the support. I feel like it just gets you the quicker items because like the carry's going to farm, but you can really boost the impact of your support on the earlier end. So he can get boots and some extra regen, but up top, it is a vengeful kill there. This time the kill goes to the core. as V-Tune's Gyro get off to a hot start here. His courier is dead. He has a lot of gold sitting at base as he buys boots and the gloves of haste.
Yeah, that one, that's going to be a little while before he can bring it out there, but a good beginning to this one for V-Tune. Right now is having an amazing lane for himself. In the mid, we haven't looked at it too much, but Gunner's so far off to a pretty good start as well. 22-7 versus that 17-4, as he's going to be able to pick up this water rune, while on the other side, Dendi is able to sneak away the other one. Kadaro up top, in trouble, but not dead.
And that is
step away.
A classic matchup there in that mid lane. We used to see this all the time with Invoker counter-picking the Ember, just so you'd have the Dispel versus the Flame Guard. And we got new Invoker, who's all universally now and has been nerfed a little bit, but Hero obviously still extremely solid. One of the few cores people are willing to pick up very early in the draft is they're going to try another Inkspell play here. Well, actually is going to
get him. Get in range. With the boots and that early first blood gold and now the body blocks, it's going to be enough to take down this Rubik. Couple more hits and one more hit. Yeah, they get him.
Lyrical, I get it. All right, I'm feeling the love of the Grimstroke. I definitely get it. I did not realize how broken that is if you just commit to killing the support with the 5-second buff. I mean, I've seen a couple Grimstrokes and I've seen people committing for like more mobile heroes, like maybe like PA or something, but that was a TB. Like he still is just able to walk with you because it's so likely someone's going to get that, whether you put it on yourself or the TB. You are going to connect to that stun even versus telekinesis.
Right. Well, and that was also with a missed stroke of fate. So in the context of that, you are probably just going to be dead if you keep coming down there with Rubik. And in fact, he is going to come mid, try and secure a rune here. Also, Stonebank, not necessarily on the hero that sort of takes stacks later the best either. So even doing this little stacking play that we're seeing from the Rubik now, it's not going to translate into great farm, I don't think, for Stonebank.
No, he's on a hero who wants to stay in the lane as long as possible. And that's why I think the Darkseer pick looks so much better. Because Slardar stays in the lane versus, like, Animage or maybe, like, Lifestealer. And then it's like, aha, I have counterpicked you with Slardar. And obviously Slardar did get a ton of buffs. The hero is certainly much better than he used to be. He's probably not just locked in counterpick mode anymore. But he definitely has some issues. They're going to be looking towards that Corrosive Haze to boost up the physical damage of the Gyro and the Ember, and that'll be nice. But he doesn't have that same, like, I'm going to Ion Shell and just live here from now on, get some gold. I feel like Hector's going to be able to farm up the wave and all these neutral camps for quite a while.
Well, that will be his life, which I'm sure Hector's very happy with. Yeah,
yes,
this is a nice steal. If
I think he gets it. I think he just gets it. I don't think it's possible.
Oh, the play with the silence. Nicely done, but then the lift back tries for the deny, not going to happen, and then the TP out. Stonebank will put the kibosh onto that, but still, double wisdom runes for Nouns. Someone tried to do that telekinesis play with the lift on the Ancients, but not doing it.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Yeah, a noble effort there, but just too many tools at this point here with the... Wait, what? He's level 5.5?
Dude,
oh my God, the wisdom runes are powerful.
I mean, he also has gotten involved in a couple kills, too. Well, Hector, he's in a little bit of trouble now. Level 6 on Stonebank. They get the slowdown. Pops meta, walks back in. Slowed? Is Gunner going to go for this one? Doesn't look like it. Would love to have gotten that earn charge there.
Oh, yeah, that's true. A nice one for him. 8 minutes. Oh, Dendi's coming to where Gunner already is.
Sentry down.
Oh, he wasn't close enough.
They see him out and
Did
get
you see
away.
what Lelis did? He actually barely moved away from the rune, I think in case they had a sentry, so he didn't get slight and he was able to steal it from him. Because I think that's what Dendi was trying to do.
He is going to move back down bottom, but already anticipating this, Stonebank is going to back away. Up top, you can see there that Gyrocopter V-Tune's still pretty happy with the way this game has been going as they make the move in towards Gunner. Not going to be able to connect for any meaningful kill there. So far, pretty calm game at the beginning. You can see that it feels like the main two winners are going to be the carries. Everybody else around the same mark, only 600 gold separating the other people from each other as Nouns make the move through, going to try and find V2, and they run right into Lullis, but doesn't get caught in the cogs. The reaction was there in time. Now the pull away. Now Lullis might just end up being in trouble, but Moo moves in. The silence is there, able to dodge it. And he gets out of trouble. They're making this rotation over to steal these stacks. Nouns doing a good job of staying active on this gyrocopter.
Yeah, I think what's important too is that Moo is gaining a lot in here. Like, he's bullying a little bit with this Ravage, because a lot of offlaners in that sort of situation can just straight up provide you with a kill at their level 6. You think of like Legion Commander or Doom. Tide, it's such a big commitment with the Ravage, and it's not the best versus just like those single targets who you're trying to chase down. But being able to walk in and take stacks like this, that is something Tide is very good at. What I'd like to see is more heroes still staying nearby to try and, let Tide do his thing.
Well, I mean, he might have needed it, although... Oh, no, they break the TP. Moo! He's in trouble, still has Ravage. It won't get him out of this one, though. So a big flub there by Moo, sticking around a bit too long.
Yeah, that's not good. Finishes off his Meteor Hammer at the very least, but bit of a freebie handed over. Flare, slow down.
Stallman, he's going to get brought down, it looks like. So Gunnar going to be gifted earn charges for himself.
They said you were the one to beat around here.
Pretty big.
Right. Time to make some moves for Gun Daddy.
That's what they want to see. Stonebank now with the Mask of Madness done, going to try and farm up a little bit. Not easy for him to come to lane against Hector, that's for sure.
Radiant structures are fortified.
He needs a bit of a friend. You want like 2 items with Mask of Madness, You don't want like Tread's Mask of Madness Circlet. You want these like Basher things you're able to get to. Oh, the bait skis!
Oh, dude, that was some crazy outplay right there.
Oh,
but
they got
can they get
baited.
anything in return? They want to chase down one. They only get Lullis.
Is under attack.
A really nice play by Nouns. The rotation in Grimstroke Inkswell with the Clockwork hook shot.
Yeah, no more stacks either for V-Tune, so he's to farm his way down here. He could farm, push this out, someone goes back, stacks some Ancients, and he can have a good time on this side of the map right now. Stoma is actually going to pull the wave in here. He just wants to get a little bit of gold.
Absolutely.
Then Gyro comes and steals it from him. But top tower goes down with the help of Hector because it's Meteor Hammer Tide time.
Yeah, this is starting to look like a very formidable force coming from Nouns. You've got these movements with that Meteor Hammer and just every meta, Hector farming or pushing towers. It's just this sort of clock that's continuing to tick down.
Oh, look at that stat.
Tower is under attack.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I don't even notice. It's 2 wins for TB on the Radiant side and 5 losses on the Dire side. It's all wins Radiant, all losses Dire.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Very interesting.
Certainly feels like Radiant side is nicer. I would agree with that. When I watch TVs and see how they're splitting up the map,
Is under attack.
it just feels simpler. I don't know if it's just our brains and how they operate with the whole left to right, up to down thing, but certainly looks like it feels good. It's all about like where you control on the map when you're playing as Radiant. You kind of eventually cut the map vertically, going on top there. Another Inkswell combo here with this Clockwork.
And the Meteor Hammer. Kadaro will pull him away, but it's not going to matter. Brings down that Marcy. Nouns, they're coming up with great answers here.
It's very interesting how they're using this new Inkswell, right? Because in the past, one of the teams that used it the most was Team Liquid, where they used to do the Grimstroke plus Weaver combos. As he is going to commit the charge here. Better get the kill, Gunner. Better get it.
Burning, living. Oh my god, he was on such low HP. Still has 2 charges of the Spirit Vessel, thankfully, but someone's going to be thanking his lucky stars he didn't end up getting brought down there.
But basically, the way that you used to work with the 3-second buff was like you would Shikuchi in, and you just wanted to get like a little bit of duration on, and then into the stun. But with 5 seconds, if you can get the maximum amount instead of going for the early release with the Clockwork, he's gonna he comes in and he locks you in, right? He's making sure you get the full buff before it pops.
And well, is it going to end up making the difference? V2 and Turin says, "I'm ready to fight." able to survive, but it did take a big chunk of his HP pool there. So Vitun's going to have to walk back and retreat away for the moment. But yeah, a really annoying combination. This is looking good, man. Clockwork Grim, it's hype.
It also makes Nullifier even better versus that hero. Because you're like continuously dispelling. So if they're trying to utilize this really long
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
ink swell, then hopefully you can try and mitigate that by just throwing random nullifiers around. But obviously not the easiest item to always work into a team.
No, not at all.
Well, that's 4 points ink swell. He's almost level 8 right now. He is humongous on this Grim. That first blood and hasn't slowed down since. He's the same level as Moo.
Oh, yeah.
And so's Lelis. I didn't even know Lelis level 8.
I mean, the supports are having a really good time. The Wisdom Rune steal is pretty huge, but even before then, they were already doing good stuff. And I will say that while the XP is definitely into their favor, I kind of feel like it should be a bigger net worth lead. Maybe that will balloon out in the next couple of minutes because Nouns are still looking really great. But we've seen this before from Bait, where they fall behind early and then make some really ridiculous comebacks around some solid team fights.
Even just today, they've been managing to do that. So do not let your guard down versus this team. And one thing that's great for Stonebank is the space that he's getting. This is a extremely farmed Slardar. And when you look at his items, it's like, you know, he's just a Mask of Madness Slardar. He's just doing his normal thing. These are the items he wants. He hasn't specialized to do this, to hold the lane like this. But they're going to try and jump on this Ember. Can't find the connection with the Inkswell. Dendi is out. His courier is not, though. But it's not too big of a loss.
Radiant's
I'm really surprised that Yamson wasn't able to get in range quickly enough for that Phantom's Embrace. They increased the projectile speed, but just couldn't get there.
Not this time, and then no connection afterward there too. So when you look at the net worth, that is the big reason why they are keeping up, despite them controlling a lot of the space. They're only 2K behind because of the stacks that Bait have been getting and handing over to their gyrocopter. So that is keeping them in the game right now.
Yeah. And one really good fight could end up making it work for them. But I think if they take a fight around Nouns right now, it's not going to go well. You're fighting into Ravage. You're fighting into all the Invoker shenanigans early. Like,
well,
this lineup is scary.
That's true, but they have Corrosive Haze, and they also have maxed out Psychic right now. I do think a Smoke could be pretty profitable for them.
Okay.
You know, that's a ton of damage with Corrosive Haze and Slight. Like level 4 Slight, 150 bonus damage, and then you add 42 damage from, or sorry, 48 damage from Max Psychic with Lifesteal. Kind of nutty.
You know what else you can use that damage for, though, Trent?
What's that?
Farming.
Farming! Farming away. Having Aghanims and a Maelstrom. It's the Maelstrom build. It's back. So we saw this the last time it was versus a TV. This is an extremely rare build on Gyrocopter these days because Flat Cannon obviously does not proc Maelstrom, but your Side Gunner does. So with the buff to Flat Cannon having 2 shots from the Side Gunner when it's active, it makes the Maelstrom a little bit better. And you have added bonus of there being an illusion hero in the game. Lelis maybe a bit too deep here.
And trying to take this fight is Nouns. This is a little bit scary for them to go all the way in. And in fact, Stonebank turns, gets the bash, finds Gunner. He's gone. Ravage is out, not doing anything with that one. As I think they're just going to lose more. Dendi, he has one more remnant, chases forward, wants both. Can he get him there in time? Slight chains connects, but Hector, he backs away. That Manta is going to be kept survivable. Vitun runs forward. But a horrific fight for Nouns. Really well played by Bait.
Yeah, the BKB reveal there as well from Stonebank allows him to pressure in there and force Moo to check out a pretty bad Ravage. Unfortunately for him. And this is what they do. They come right back at you. You think you're starting to grow a lead here and get something done, but then they're back. Moo, you're tanky. Are you tanky enough, though?
Oh, my God. This would be big if they could get it, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. Stonebank tries to back away. Stolen Cold Stab now for Rubik. Very interesting.
Pretty huge range, right? That's definitely Cold Snap and a Telekinesis in some situations.
Yeah. Well, trying to get towards that Blink Dagger next for Stonebank. But it's really all about V2 in this game. I mean, Stonebank obviously can get very farmed as well. But Vtun's going to need to be the one that carries them, and Hector might have something to say about that. He's getting closer and closer to a Scotty after finishing off that Manta.
Yeah, still very even between these two on the board. Now a second Maelstrom is out. This time it's for Dendi. His first, big item, really. He is the lowest of the cores. Not a fun lane versus the Invoker, and a team that wasn't really ready to make a lot of moves that early, but now they're starting to find them. With that one fight up top, found himself 3 assists. What is their overall game plan, though? It's got to be Roche-centric at this point, right? Trying to get an Aegis onto this gyrocopter to get themselves their first tier 2, I think would be a pretty good goal.
Right.
Very possible that the Radiant go for it first, though. No real reason why they couldn't do it. In fact, Lelis just pinged it, I believe. Do they have a medallion? They do not, but I mean, they have Tide level 1. Gosh, that's 3.
That's fair.
So that's huge.
It's it's what you want to do.
Hey, Canaro, what's up?
Okay. He is mega dead. So they find and kill off that Marcy. Should note, Lelis is getting impressively farmed. He is 200 gold away from Aghanim Scepter on Clockwork.
That's kind of crazy.
He is massive. Like, he's taking last hits from Gunnar here.
I mean, I'm really close to eggs, but, let me have it.
I mean, Gunnar is like got just such little farm. Well, I mean, not really in comparison, but in comparison to where Clockwork usually is at this point. But we'll see how it goes.
Well, they're TPing everyone.
They're gonna come and get.
They're gonna smoke.
Oh,
they have
this is blink reveal.
Oh.
This is also a haste rune on Dendi.
Oh!
Can they get here in time though? They're running late, and Radiant scan. They see him. It's low. If they get in right now, I don't think that this is going to end up working for them. Roche is down. Stonebank spots one. Could think about going for it if he wants.
I don't think so. Oh, you're hoping to see the TB at like 20% HP, not like 80%.
Yeah.
You want to see him come out of the rush, but like, oh, he was tanking. Nice.
But maybe a chance here. They're all grouping together. They spot him. Hector immediately there. Jump forward. Crush. Got him. Control. Is it going to be enough? Goes immediately for that Sunder, but the chase down is there. It's not going to be there. They do have Ravage at the ready as BKBs are wearing low. They take it down one time. Clockwork Aghanim's delivered, but he misses. Can't find him there. And with no Blink Dagger, no way to chase Moo. Can't get in range for a Ravage. Kadaro dodges that tornado, still has rebound, and gets off towards the rest of his team. So they snipe the Aegis, and it looks like they're going to get out.
Oh, that's so unfortunate for Lelis there. Tough shot to hit. When you get the movement speed buff there on that gyrocopter, it's maxed out at this point. He's level 10. So this guy's got a 40% bonus movement speed, and you saw it. He just zoomed out of there. I'm missing that hook shot for sure.
Interesting. All right, first Aegis down. 22 minutes in, still less than 1,000 gold separating these two teams. And it does very much feel like it's feeling like a single core out of Nouns. I mean, obviously Invoker, Tide, later on they can get to do more, but it's really this Slardar that's feeling like a menace. If he can get onto people, Stonebank is hitting hard.
Yeah, for now, Gunnar and Moo are just kind of like that machine at the bowling alley that sets up the pins,
Okay.
That's all they are. But yeah, Hector, he's the ball. See what I'm saying here? Yeah.
I hear ya.
So they need a really big ball, so it makes bowling easier.
That's the way that works.
Yeah, right now it's like he's like a golf ball. They're trying to get like beach ball size. But not weight, because that would make it much harder.
Right. No, that would not be good.
Why don't they just throw a larger ball? It would be a lot easier to hit all the pins.
It needs to fit under the little thingy. That's why. It doesn't fit under there otherwise. Yeah. They need. I think what you're trying to create is just the hockey sport. What's that thing they do again? Is it luge? No, what is it?
The
curling.
Sport? Oh, curling.
You're trying to.
Oh my God, you are right. I actually am in curling. You're not wrong.
That's all you want to do.
I thought you were way off, and then you were on. Yeah, you saved it big time. Much like Gunnar's gonna try and save himself here with the escape, the dust. It does connect.
Oh, they see him. Gunnar, you're in trouble.
Oh.
Tries to get away. Blood grenades don't make. Dude, he hit him. Oh, that's frustrating. If they had vision. Blood grenade gives vision next patch.
Yeah, it's coming up next. He was hoping that you get one of those little like buffs where it's, you know, where we used to have like the things that helped you cheat with the rewards. And it would be like, oh, you hit Echo Slam in the fog, or you hit Fisher in the fog with your prestige things. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's no coded thing for your Marcy set for hit blood grenades.
Okay, soon. That's the next change.
Okay, do you think blood grenades are around in 1 year, or are they gone?
I think they're here to stay.
You think?
What are the other like early items that have been taken away? I feel like there haven't been that many.
I feel like a lot of the
like
earlier
Iron Talon.
neutrals got taken away.
Well, they got swapped out for new ones though.
Yeah,
I
but
think-
some of them were, you know, like, I don't know. I guess that's true.
Okay. Kadaro will get this shard so he can rebound off enemies, and the bigger one that they got is that Yemsun shard. So the hard dispel on Inkswell. It's quite strong now.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on that. It also does 40% more damage and heal the target for 40% upon completion. It's not even just a strong dispel, which is nuts. It's very, very strong.
Yeah.
And he didn't buy it, is that correct? Yeah, he did get it from the Tormentor too. Because I saw he had it queued up for a while, so that feels great. I mean, recognizing how strong it is, that he would have been willing to just buy it straight up anyway. But when your other support bought Ags, it can be a bit tough.
No, totally. And I mean, the steady chugging along is going on right now from Nouns as they push that top tier 2 tower. There are a lot of people grouped together. A smoke in at mid. Ishutin pushes out the lane and now is going to get together with the rest of them to smoke up and try and defend this tower, or at least come in close to it.
I think Bait looked pretty good for this fight. I think this really what needs to happen to me for Nouns is a solid Ravage, either before BKBs or waiting and cutting them out. But most importantly, it's probably going to be Lelis. I feel like he has a serious opportunity with his hook shots to ruin a lot of these heroes' game plans, mostly the Gyro and the Slardar.
And he just spotted that they were smoked because he saw Marcy's courier going out, dispels the DD. Dendi has to run away. I mean, this fight was, like you said, was looking really good for them. Smoke gets found with that vision provided by Lelis. They managed to take the tier 1 tower mid, but nothing coming afterwards. Interesting.
Yeah, and Flare is undoubtedly like the best reason to get eggs. It just feels incredible. A little bit buffed in relevance to how nerfed the rocket was as well. Like losing some of the vision, so you're gaining more vision with the Ags.
Right.
Help keep a good idea of what's happening, like spotting couriers that let you know smoke's happening. And because he didn't get the Tormentor, he buys the Jetpack.
Okay.
Which that got buffed too for the Ags. Yeah, 40% more jetpack speed. So that's cool.
Okay. Looking for the jump over here. Dendi, they have the hook shot ready. Waits for it, but not going to connect. That was overclocking used. God, this is so hard to play against. They just keep constant vision over where Ishutin is or whoever they want.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It turns into a game of just like waiting for your smokes and making sure that you have them for the Roche fights especially.
Yeah. They go for a play now. They, again, are seeing all these waves pushing in. The combination of clockwork vision and then also the vision you're getting from these Terrorblade illusions, it does kind of feel like Nouns are playing with map hacks.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's true. Why do you think Moo went Defiant Shell?
I guess
I'm looking through the tier 3 items. I mean, it's like okay, but I'm like looking through tier 3 items. I'm like, man, I feel like a lot of these would have been pretty solid for Tidehunter. Like, what could he have had that he felt better with Defiant Shell?
I don't know. I do like the items sometimes for like farming, and it does feel like this game is kind of just going to be one of those chill ones for a bit at least.
Yeah, that's true. Well, he's
for
been doing
now,
a lot of that. He is definitely chilling and farming, and moving on up. That's the plan right now. Has to get his anchor. He's got that queued up.
Okay.
He'll probably get the next Tormentor, though. I mean, it's either him or TV, because everyone else has one on his team. But maybe he wants to buy it so that they get guaranteed Demon Zeal on the next Tormentor. It's a pretty clever idea.
Yeah. Or, again, we've talked about it, just trying to lock down that Ember in these fights. That could make a big difference.
Oh, yeah, and of course, it has some value, too, for sure. Just want big Hector.
True enough. And he is very large. Still incredibly farmed. I was seeing this queued up, and I'm a little surprised, but it's neat. TB's going for a Soul Cuirass, and he just about has it, has committed to buying it.
Yeah, sick.
What do you like about it so much?
They're a completely physical-based lineup inside of Bait. You have a little bit of mixed damage with Gyro and Ember, but overall, and as the game gets later, it's mostly physical. It's mostly just, trying to abuse this minus armor, trying to abuse the sidekick. So the AC is just going to do a ton for your team. You already have a lot of armor. That's true, but you got to help your friends. Keep them up, keep them going. And a lot of TV players do this when they recognize just how physical focused the enemy is. And as long as you already have a decent amount of damage, like I'm looking at those dire heroes, he'll be okay. He can handle a Gyro and Ember. As long as they're locked down by his allies who survive thanks to his AC, he'll have the damage to kill them. Plus, sieging buildings never hurts.
Yeah, that's fair. And I guess the way that Moo is sort of building, it doesn't feel like he's going to be getting towards that himself either. Nor would you necessarily want to.
Yeah, it's a bad item on Tide. It's actually something about offlaners right now that almost none of them want to buy AC. It's basically just Lycan, honestly.
Smoke up, smoke up. This is right before the AC gets delivered. They get one done for Bait too.
The counter AC finished.
Yeah, Hector, he has his done. Running forward, finds him all alone. Hector spotted, gets pulled in by the tornado. Immediately caught. V-Tune pops the BKB, gonna walk away. Jump out. Hook shot, it connects. V-Tune trying to escape, does manage to get out of there for a moment. Pulled down for the moment. Got if I had that shard from Tidehunter, that would have been huge, but it looks like Bait are all gonna get away. Meta used, nothing gained.
Dendi even teasing them a bit there with that slight chains after.
Yeah.
Seeing what they're up to. Do they have any good steals right now? No, Stomach still has nothing. Hasn't found a spell. He's trying to find somebody on the way out maybe here. But the way out for Nouns, it's to the Roche Pit. It's an Aegis, it's a cheese. It is sitting there and waiting. What is the smoke status?
Ooh.
Where are the smokes?
Can they get there? I mean, it's down to half HP already. It's going so quickly, and they have to run through these wards. They see Dendi immediately going to take that one down.
They see smoking kills. I think not smoking might kill you here.
The bash, the tornado, the lift up, it's there. Dendi gets pulled back in, but it's going to be the Aegis on to Gunner. They took too long to get there. No smoke available, and just got to run. Oh,
Dendi?
Anchor. It hits. He's still got it stuck to him, trying to run away. He's still got that anchor. The Ravage connects on a 4. It's big, but the turnaround is there. Still trying to keep V-Tune alive. Ended up getting disarmed, walking away, tornado lift up, and V-Tune trying to heal through it. Not going to happen. 2 dead. As the rest trying to save Stillman is going to get cold snapped and then eventually brought down. So the Aegis in hand, Nouns win a huge fight.
Moo just gives him the wave goodbye as he's brought down there. And honestly, this Aegis is probably everything. Like the team that wins this is in such a good position now. That would have been Bait's way back into this game. Try and take that off of them. And now it's going to go on to Gunner. So a lot of teams lately have been handing it over to the TBs in these situations just for the pure sieging potential. Maybe they would have wanted to if it wasn't so hectic, but they just had to make sure Dendi didn't grab it. Speaking of Dendi, he has to hop on back. Hook shot hits.
Stonebank has BKB ready. Just decides to run away, and looks like he's going to be able to get out of there. So they're not losing the racks yet. Gyro up soon.
Alacrity going here on Hector.
Oh, exposed, jump in. Stonebank onto him. A bold move, and well, Marcy's gone. Does have buyback. Can they chase? Gyrocopter TPing in. Connects there with chains onto 2. Oh, it's dangerous to chase right now. Gunner is the one that's in front. And with no chains available, Dendi just slights him and they walk away. Only a tier 3 tower taken.
And Hector powering up here. Finishes out the Hurricane Pike. He just really wants that positioning. Doesn't want to have to worry about too much. Keep himself alive in these fights. And, you know, maybe not having an Aegis could also be part of that here. Stonebank, he might need an Aegis.
Underneath
No
vision,
BKB.
no more BKB. He's in trouble. Stonebank starting to fall. The crush is there, but no salvation as he did not have his BKB back up. Stonebank caught out of the base. That might, I mean, that's 60 seconds, no Slardar.
Attack Dire's bottom tower has
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
they're going to march right at you.
Nouns taking full advantage of this.
Ravage in 10.
Looking for it. Couple more slights. Hector has been so good through this tournament, just standing up on high ground. He doesn't have BKB for another 15. But I don't know if it's going to matter. Taking down this building. They will
Hookshot.
pop another glyph.
Hookshot's back in 5 seconds. I think Moo might go. I think they might overclock Flare and just YOLO in. Yeah, they're ink
Goes.
stalling.
Flare. Aiming. Hidden. Stun. Pushback. Got him caught. Ravage connects onto all. And they're all going to get brought down. Dendi trying to stop the hurt. But it's not happening. Sunder is there onto Moo, and Gyrocopter has buyback but isn't using it. This is 2 lanes of racks at least.
Yeah, Stoma makes a nice play with the Courier to come in and snag up the gem, at least get that back for them. But I mean, that was just too easy for Nouns, right? Like, they're sitting out there comfortably, and you have this crazy Aghanim's Flare. Like, he just sends it in, they prep with the Inkswell, they go for the Ravage. Nicely done. Can they get some vengeance?
Trying to. Looking for anything here. BKB out, but the turnaround could be pretty swift. Gunner walks away, taking a lot of damage. That's Aegis down. Do they have anything else left in the tank? Hook shot in. Lelis has been immaculate so far. Disarm, long duration onto Gyrocopter. No more BKB available. They turn now, try and get the stun onto the Terrorblade, doing some good damage. The hits are there. Kadaro able to get away. That's going to keep this sidekick on the Gyrocopter doing massive damage. But will they be able to keep him alive? V2, the Sunder is there. Way too much. And GG is called. Game 1 is going all the way over to Nouns.